On the 15th of May 1977, Captain Robert Narak was overpowered in the car park of this pub, the Three Steps. He was bundled into a vehicle, taken away, tortured and murdered. We're now travelling down the Jonesborough Road. It's highly likely this is the very same road that Captain Robert Narak was driven down that fateful evening. I can only begin to imagine what was going through his mind as his abductors took him away to his death. There's no doubt that Captain Robert Narak was a very brave man. He was awarded the George Cross posthumously, and even his abductors commented on his bravery. In fact, Liam Townsend, the man who shot him, said he was a good soldier. This is the location where Captain Robert Narak was taken following his abduction from the Three Steps pub. At this very site is where that brave officer met his death. Following the summary execution of Captain Robert Narak, his body was taken to a secret location within this wooded area. It is understood that his remains lie here within an unmarked shallow grave.
We're turned around. We're going to get straight into it in a couple of seconds. Just going to turn around the light. Kevin, have you that other big black lead for me? Can I have that big black lead as well? Just 2 seconds, guys. We're going to get set up. I want to get up and run. MAF TUK has given me a device where I can light it tomorrow morning, but we won't be here that long. But we'll be here for a while. Hope you're in for a good long night. Get your teas and biscuits, your Jaffa cakes, whatever you need, because it is going to be a good one. I just have butter on a mission in a minute. So trying to make sure we have everything charged up, making sure the light is on, and we're charging. Thanks to Matt TUK. Matt TUK is the wine on, and Matt TUK is giving me this device so I can live stream for an extra hour. It's going to be a long night. It won't be too long. Hopefully about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. But let's get straight into it. So guys, let me get straight into this, man. One of the reasons why I brought this man to this location tonight, because this man, I want you, the folks at home, to please pay attention what this man is going to say. So before he gets into the story, let me introduce him. Hello, Sean.
Yes, my name is Sean. Hello, everybody.
So guys, this is Sean Walters.
Waters, yeah.
Waters, and Sean Walters has been with me on a few occasions, and we had a good time last Christmas.
Mm-hmm. When I fell in the river.
When he fell into the river, and I came to the rescue, and no, you're still here today.
Thank God for that.
So, Sean, can you explain to the people? We're actually located in Ravensdale Wood.
That's
okay?
Right. Yes.
Now, for the people at home, there's 21 people watching right now. Before we our paranormal investigation, would you like to say hello to the folks at home?
Hello, everybody, and I hope you're all going to enjoy whatever we get up to, because we're going to try a few things.
Yeah. So, folks, if you don't remember Sean Walters, he was in our Christmas special, and Sean had a nice bottle of champagne, and just think it was too much, and I had to rescue him with the Titanic, and we used the Ridge Monkey weed bottle, and it blew up. But look, Sean is here today to live the story, and that's all that counts, isn't it?
Yeah.
You enjoyed yourself.
And you rescued me.
I rescued you. So, Sean, can I ask you a straight question? I'm going to get Kevin to hold this up here for a second. Just hold it like that, Kevin, for me a second. Actually, bring over the pod a minute, Kevin, because I want to spend about 4 minutes talking to this man before we move on. I just want to turn the camera in a way so I can see him. So, and Kevin, if you can come in the background, and Martin's there too. Just come in the back of us if you can. Right. So, folks, let me get straight in. Sean, Ravensdale Wood. Tell me about for the people at home. Can you tell them Ravensdale Wood? Can you explain to us what's happening here, Ray? What happened over here in the last couple of years in Ravensdale Wood?
Couple of years, well, maybe a bit more than that.
Yeah.
Some very nasty events took place over there by the bridge.
Yeah.
Over the river.
Yeah.
There was a British soldier who was literally battered to a pulp and then shot. His bones or his body has never been found.
And his name is Isaac.
He was Captain Nyrak of the British Army, who was working undercover in South Armagh. And he was responsible. He was at the scene of the massacre of the Miami show band.
Yes, actually, Joe was watching this at the moment, and Joe, it would be Kevin's father, and he explained some of the history of the Miami show band. And what he told me is that they were coming home on a minibus, and they were all.
That's right. I actually watched the documentary just today.
Yes.
It's on YouTube.
Yes.
Of one of the survivors, one of the two survivors.
Yes. Yeah.
He explained everything that happened that night.
And
how he got blown over the hedge in the ditch and down into the field.
And is the story true that this Captain Nyrak, is it?
Nyrak.
Did he have something to do with the killing of the Miami show band?
He was present that night.
He was present that night.
Because they heard the clear, high, posh English accent. And he, smallish man.
And come here, we're going to move away from that now, right? So you roughly have a rough idea. See, we have so much to cover here tonight. That's only one. We have about 5 or 6 different stories to tell. This man here called Maker Med, he said you're 100% right. And this man knows the history of the Miami show band. And he says that this man, I keep forgetting, Captain Nyrak was an evil man.
Very.
Very, very evil man. And
he crossed the border and he shot people in their houses in the south.
In other words, he was a bit like Oliver Cromwell.
He was a bit of a loner. He just did his own thing.
I know by watching, I know by watching some of the research on YouTube that the people that did kill Nyrak, the soldier, said that he was a very proud man and he took it well. I don't know. Did you see that on the?
Well, he was awarded a posthumous military cross because of his bravery and not giving anything away to his torture.
Yes. So come here, Sean. For the people at home, that he was SAS, whatever that means.
He was trained by the SAS to come and work in South Armagh,
right?
Pretending to be a labourer from Belfast.
All right. So it's believed, the story, Sean, that he was captured in Johnstown, Georgesboro.
A place called Drummondtee, the Three Steps Pub.
Yes. And he was taken to this bridge over here.
And literally beaten to a pulp.
Right.
And then shot.
Right. So this Captain Nyrak, he was brought over to this bridge where we're going to start our investigation tonight.
Yeah.
And he's supposed to be shot and killed at this location.
Yes.
And there's 2 stories going. There's one story going saying that he was put to a meter grinder.
No.
And there's another story saying that he was shot here and he dragged and he's buried somewhere in this locality.
Yes. Now, I knew a man who's dead now. He worked, he was in the IRA in the 50s.
Yes.
And he said that Nyrak's body was built into a bridge.
Built into the bridge. And we've only actually 2 bridges here. We have this one here, and we have the one on the way up to.
Well, it wouldn't be that one because that's where he was actually killed.
So there's only one bridge, and that's the one, the big one.
It could be.
Right. So that is roughly the story, guys.
Miami Showhunters, Ireland's most glamorous band.
They were our superstars.
The Irish Beatles. We all lived in the Republic, but we were an extremely popular band in Northern Ireland.
At that time, the conflict in Ireland was raging.
We were dealing with a huge level of violence.
Terrorism by the paramilitary groups escalated. I bought into this idea that musicians were immune.
There was shooting, there was screaming. It was like an absolute war zone.
I didn't accept that they were dead. I thought somehow or other this was just a bad dream.
The intention clearly was the bomb would kill all of them.
Questions were being raised.
And quite clearly it was an inside job.
I had to find out how far up this went. They murdered my friends. They left me for dead. They tried to frame me and my entire family as terrorists.
The report went up the chain of command, and then, poof, nothing happened.
It's been over 40 years, but we're finally getting closer to the truth.
gunfire was deafening. It's something I'll never ever forget. And what they'd done, they'd shot us all at waist level, supposed to stop anyone from running away. And that lasted maybe 10 seconds. And the next thing, I was hit multiple times, and so was everyone else. But it was absolutely awful because there was screams of pain. There was some of them weren't able to scream, and they were moaning, they were groaning. My 19-year-old apprentice, he fell across my legs, and it was absolutely horrific. He was calling for his mommy. Mommy, mommy, mommy. And the next thing, the gunfire stopped, and the same guy that had done all the talking said, finish them off. And the shooting became more measured. And Robert was still calling for his mummy. And I seen the boots of the gunman, and I seen the tips of the rifle, and they blew his face away. That's something that lived with me till the day I die. And he was such a lovely lad, and calling for his mummy and getting his face blown off. It was absolutely horrific.
Fran O'Toole was the lead singer with Ireland's most popular group, the Miami Show Band.
I didn't even know your name. I didn't care 'cause I was searching.
Fran and the show band were household names, playing to packed audiences on both sides of the border. Most of the Loyalist victims would have been unknown outside their immediate community. Their names would appear and then be forgotten. The UVF planned to change all that.
You gotta smile a little more. I wasn't meant to be a mover.
Fran and the band had been playing in the north in Banbridge and were heading home to Dublin. Just outside Newry, they were stopped at a checkpoint. One of the band members was Stephen Travers.
They started joking with us, asking us how the gig went and saying, I bet you'd rather be at home than be here. You'd rather be at home in bed. So we're obviously joking with them. And Brian McCoy, who was the trumpet player, singer in the band, nudged me and said, don't worry, Steve. He said, this is an army checkpoint.
But it wasn't. It was the UVF masquerading as soldiers. Two of them planted a bomb in the back of the show band's van. It seems they intended it to explode across the border so the world would think the band were terrorists.
The bomb went off when they closed the back of the personnel van and instantly killed the two guys that were standing at the van. One of them had just pushed me.
The explosion threw Stephen Travers in the air. The UVF then shot him with dum-dum bullets. They exploded inside him, shattering into 13 pieces.
The next thing I remember was I could hear Fran O'Toole and I think Tony Garrity, who was my best friend in the band. We were very close. He was the lead guitarist, crying, saying, please don't shoot me, don't kill me. And then I heard the gunfire, so they killed them, obviously. I was told later that as I say, Fran was the good-looking lead singer, and they shot him 22 times in the face.
She deserves it, and I'm really looking forward to it. So she's my world. That lady, she's my world. So let's do a spirit box session here. So let's go. And we're going to turn. Good evening, spirits. My name is Philip. Is there any members of the Miami show band around me, please? Is there any members of the Miami show band around me, please? My name is Philip from Paranormal Tech. I'm just doing a story in relation to the Miami show band massacre in 1975. Brutally murdered here at this location, believed by Captain Nyrak. Robert was a wee young lad who was apprentice for the Miami show band as well. Is there any spirits of the Miami show band in this location right now wish to come forward and speak to us through the devices we have in our hand? Please do not be afraid. I come with love, joy and respect. Any spirits of the Miami show band, Robert, or any of the members who died at this location, can you come forward please and tell us what happened? What happened? Can you tell me what happened? Can you tell me what happened, spirits? What happened here at this location? Can you tell me what happened here at this location? Mafia. Are you saying there was a mafia? Were you saying it's a mafia? Can you tell me what happened here? Is Robert here? The Miami show band? Can you say Miami show band for me? Is it? Please do not be afraid. Come around, please. I'm just going to try and read it out. In memory of the people who lost their lives, on the 31st of July, 1975. The Miami show band were brutally murdered here in the spot. Robert was a young chap. He was apprentice. He was shot in his head here. A mountain. Flashing here, guys. Just gonna let it run for a minute. Is there any spirits here which come forward, please? Let me try one more, guys. Is there any soldiers here involved of the bombing? Are you here? Would you like to apologise to the people of Ireland? Come on. Can any spirits come forward, please, of the Miami show band? My name is Philip. What happened here in 1975? Come on. Is Robert here? Robert? Right, guys, I'm not going to do too much more of the spirit box. I want to keep it for the night. So we hope you enjoyed this quick link. Hey, JB, it's a Georgie, Georgie. I'm a guy. Chance to run. Hey, baby, it's Georgie. Don't you think I look sincere? Hey, baby, it's Georgie, Georgie. I'm getting out of here. I'm getting out of here. I gotta get out of here. I'm getting out of here. I'm gone. Okay, guys, join us in our next live stream here, and we're going